Alex, Rick Enterprise from Mixture.
How's it going?
Really great to see you.
Somewhat great to see you
Well,
too. I'm like doing interviews. I've been on the press circuit for a while now, so it's just like, it's fun to get out there.
I'm sorry. What's up?
Oh shit, Joey! Oh my god! I can't believe you're here. I literally can't believe you're here.
I'll see you inside.
I'll see you.
Later?
Yeah.
Who was that?
It doesn't matter. Hey, good to see you.
You've been with Sunday Night Weirdos since the beginning,
Yes,
right?
We did Willoughby Caldwell.
Why are you leaving?
Oh, you can only do Willoughby Caldwell St. James over and over again before people start
But
getting
I
tired
think
of it
we
and-
all want more Willoughby Caldwell.
Sometimes,
Right? Don't we?
Listen, Willoughby Caldwell St. James is a deranged lunatic character. Like, if you enjoy that character, you might possibly yourself be that way. And I want to separate myself from that kind of character. I'm only trying to do positive representations of British people from now on.
That's great.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the chat program. My name is Willoughby Caldwell St. James. Our first guest tonight is one of the finest young musicians in England. He's coming out with a new album called Memories from the Speed of Sound. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Joey Ripskin. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Joey Ripskin. Joey Ripskin. Joey, yes.
Hello,
Of
everybody.
course, yes. Come, take a seat. Hello. Good to see you.
Thanks for
nice to
having
be
me.
here with you. Now, Joey, I was wondering, memories of the speed of sound. What are you trying to recall in these memories, and how do they work through that in a speed of sound manner?
Right. Well, as we all were babies at one point or another,
Yes.
we tell ourselves these stories, and our parents, they tell us these songs. Sometimes they even sing them to us. And then we grow up, and then we don't have those songs anymore. And so what I was thinking is, what were those songs? And the more I reflected in it, the more that I started to realise, they're just nursery rhymes.
Right.
Mary had a little lamb, whose fleece was
white as snow. White as snow.
Right. So
the itsy bitsy spider went down the water spout, and
everyone knows how that turned out.
down came the rain and washed the
You know,
spider
washed it
out.
right out. And so, what is it about these songs? They're so simple, but they have such complexity
Yes.
to them. Yes,
absolutely.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I might think that perhaps whole wars were fought over these songs.
Of course. Well, I mean, all of humanity is a rejuvenation from potentially a past war, and some of these stories, these age-old nursery rhymes, a lot of them have grim, dark backgrounds to them, as far as the itsy bitsy spider and what was the one you just mentioned?
Well, I mentioned Mary's Little Lamb.
Mary's Little Lamb.
They don't sing it, it's not a verse, but if you read into the lyrics, you realise that they made lamb chops that very evening. And so there's this macabre ending to every song we've learned as children. I mean, Ring Around the Rosie, gosh, that's the Black Plague.
Right, yes, of course. Well, and it's not just the nursery rhymes, it's even the stories too. The grim fairy tales. Hansel and Gretel going to the witch's house and then being shoved in an oven and cooked.
One might think that it's our parents who tell us these stories because they want us to listen, to breathe the life of death into us as children, as the babes of our parents. And, yes, I think to one degree it is a level of control that is, laid upon us. And I think that's what led me and the guys to want to create, a new wave of these folk songs.
Of course,
these child's, tales.
Of course, and I've listened to the album. I do wonder though, with all this, with your introspection on these sort of fairy tales and these stories and finding, like you said, perfectly worded, the macabre element of that. You seem to have a fascination with the darkness and how it juxtaposes with the light of childlike wonder and amazement and innocence, frankly. So I was just wondering, what attracts you to the opposite end of that spectrum, that you seem to be fascinated with the dark elements that, say, may corrupt one who has a freedom in the world originally as a child?
Well, you know, I say that if Hitler had always listened to more music, then he wouldn't have really gotten himself into what he ended up. I do.
Yes.
I do. I'm one of the leading members on the party. You know, we think that, you know, had Hitler like delve into, you know, I guess they would have been 78s at the time. I mean, they didn't have, you know, 33.
Yes.
And a third.
Yes.
You know, they're using 78s.
Small records.
Yeah,
right,
I mean, God, he could have realized that, you know, maybe I need a few of these people to, you know, help me crank this phonograph.
So you're saying if Adolf Hitler potentially put on a record that had some sort of element of darkness in it already pre-imposed, he wouldn't be. He would be exposed to it enough that he would realize that the extermination of 6 million Jewish people, as well as causing a war against Europe and destroying several cultural artifacts of the people, that he would not be doing that if he was listening to music.
Absolutely, he would not be doing it, because when you listen to this music, you realize this is a temporary thing. You know,
yes.
You know. I mean, you know, a lot of people say suicide is, you know, a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
Right.
Well, I'm one to say that killing 6 million Jews is a very, very not temporary solution to a very age-old problem. And I think that it's one of those things that you just need to embrace.
Well, I want to go back to that statement because we are on the BBC and we are governed by the British Broadcasting Corporation and legislation. So I just want to make it clear: you're saying the Holocaust is like suicide is a temporary.
It's not a temporary solution. It's a finite solution.
Right.
It's in his words, he called it a final solution.
Right. Yes. And
So-
you would say that he should have gone further, or he should have stopped.
I say that if, you know,
you do
he had
want to make it clear
if-
to the audience that
if-
you are not.
If he had listened to the German punks of the 1930s, you know, while he's getting into art, I mean, he wouldn't have acted out the way he acted out, you know?
Now, what were the German punks?
You know, there was, you know, Alphonse de Fruto. I mean, there was Jimmy Kraftz. I mean, are you familiar with him? You're
No,
a journalist.
not at all.
I mean, you know, I'm in the industry, so of course, you know, I have a little bit of a closer lens. You know?
Right. I'm just wondering how these German punks, how they contributed to the.
Well, what I'm saying is they didn't contribute to,
Right.
because, I mean, frankly, the German punks didn't exist. I mean, I just made up those names, you know. I'm saying that if Alphonse did exist, then perhaps Hitler may have not caused the Great War
Interesting.
of the second time.
Now, and he wouldn't have the predisposition for hatred of other ethnicities.
Right, because he would have realized, oh my God, no, it's not the Jews that I hate, it's myself. It's myself that I have a problem with.
Right.
And if he had just been able to listen to those German punks, listen, hindsight's 2020, we have punk now, okay? And we know we're doing great because of it, right?
Right.
I mean,
Yes.
punk, I have to say, is the lifeblood of the UK. You know, it's what I think is going to keep us together for the next 60, 80, 100 years.
Well, I'd say so, considering yesterday's election results of Margaret Thatcher winning the prime ministership. What is the artist's response to something so extreme?
Who? What I care about is spreading the good word of what music can do and what it could have done, you know? I mean, what could music have done? If music had existed in the 1600s, I mean, would we have discovered America?
I think music did exist in the 1600s, as it did during Hitler's time. I don't think that music is
You think Hitler
a new
used
invention.
music? You think he used it?
Why,
Used
yes.
Using.
I think it's undeniable Hitler used music. There are plenty of German Nazi party songs and themes and overtures and propaganda pieces that were built in to the artistic structure of Germany that propelled their ability to destroy most of Europe.
Was it good music then?
Well, that's subjective, of course, but you know, someone like Wagner, right? You know, a great orchestral musician, had a deep hatred for the Jewish people.
And Wagner, he was the
He was German.
1940s.
Well, he was, I believe, he was late 1800s, but he
Really? Yeah.
But who do we have
You
here?
got the clock, I got the tail. Let's go.
You're one of the interview guys.
Gavin
I've always
Berlin.
wanted to be on one of these things. Can I take this?
Yeah, I mean, it
Yeah,
kind
I'm
of makes my job
so
unnecessary.
glad to be here. My favorite band. Yeah, ooh, shaking my ass in the deli. Y'all heard it the first time. You won't hear it the last time.
Can I ask you something?
I can't believe they have an open bar here. It's crazy.
What was it like working with Nick Corey on Sunday Night Weirdos?
Nick Corey, he was all right. He was cool. I mean, shoes were good. Really liked that time when he shaved all of his hair off and then I didn't know who he was.
Oh, so sorry. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
No, I just.
Do I know you?
No, I don't. Can you stop? I'm not trying
Dude.
to.
Do I know you?
No, you.
I feel like we're roommates
No,
or something.
stop. Stop.
Don't wanna be recognized. Don't wanna be recognized.
I'm literally doing prep work, okay? Like the flash is really bad the next day.
Character work. Nick Corey was great. Where'd he go?
Now, considering you have no allegiance to any sort of side, you don't care that Margaret Thatcher.
Who?
Right, exactly.
You know, I'm busy letting music about my pastime. I'm not focused on what's happening now.
But
I'm
does
focused.
not music have the obligation to address the problems of the present day?
I mean, sure, if you want to look at it that way. I mean, that's why I think the punk movement would have been so significant had it happened in 1930s Germany.
Right. And, but being a musician of your time, would you not say that you are in yourself a part of that movement?
Well,
To
sure,
in
of course. But I mean, I'm not trying to make anyone kill anybody.
But, right.
I'm just
and-
trying to say, hey,
Well, no one's
maybe
saying
Peter
you have to
Peter
kill
was...
anyone. You're part of the punk movement, and you are working in opposition to an establishment. Yet you seem to have no clue what the establishment actually is.
I mean, I'm not trying to establish anything. I'm trying to make a presence, and I'm trying to leave swiftly. You know?
Right. I don't understand.
Well, you don't understand because you're not listening. You know, you people, I mean, the media, when we're talking about actually who's causing, you know, the deaths of 5 million, I mean, is it not the media that did it all, you know?
No, I'd say the media is the finest institution
Oh,
in
you
all
would
of
say
England.
the media is the finest institution.
Yes.
What, is the media for the people, you mean?
Why, I'd say yes. We've got the cameras here. I'm
Oh,
broadcasting it to
cameras.
every house in
You know
in
how many people
England
have
right now.
TVs in 1979?
In 1979?
It hasn't been widely adopted yet.
I think you should check your facts on
It
that.
hasn't been.
Holly McGinnis. Holly McGinnis.
Oh,
Who are you wearing?
Okay, well, first of all, if you can't get my name right, then I can't do an interview. I just want to let you know that. My name's Holly McKibben, by the way. I'm so excited to be nominated for Best Woman Award. I think that it's like super awesome. There's literally nobody else in the category. I think I'm gonna sweep. I don't want to be like too cocky about it, but I don't know. Just like.
What was
I
your
love it
favorite
anyway.
segment?
My favorite segment. I don't know. I think like. The karaoke segment where I performed Axe Wound was just like, that was just, I don't know, I really hold it deep in my heart. Everybody's like, you had your phone up, like you took notes or whatever, and I was like, no, that was method acting. I wanted to look like a girl who does slam poetry. Like, I think it's so funny that people think that I like didn't do it off the dome, but I absolutely did.
You're an actor.
Yeah, I am an actor, and I think sometimes people forget that just because I'm so much
really
more.
quick, sorry,
Yeah,
I don't want
what's
to
up?
interrupt. Can
What's
you
up?
sign your book that you wrote for me real quick?
Oh my God, yes.
You wrote a book.
Yeah, only for.
Only for me.
Yeah,
only
only-
for me. None of you can read it. Open bar!
It's not been widely adopted yet. And, you
Right.
know, who are you speaking to? You're speaking to the rich upper class, the people who can
I
afford
wouldn't say
TVs.
so.
You're not speaking to the people where it's been syndicated across the radio waves, where anyone can have a radio, anyone can have a car in the year
I
1979.
disagree. You're completely eliminating the social aspect of the media, considering you can go to a pub. I mean,
Oh, so now you want people intoxicated? You want people self-medicating themselves?
Well,
I mean, seriously, Willoughby.
you and I were just at the Rickety Spigot pub the
Oh,
other
sure.
day, down in the near the Holborn stop. We
But I'm
were-
not going there to consume media. If I'm going to consume media, which I don't, I'm going to go to my own radio and I'm going to turn it on and I'm going to listen.
It's 1979 and you still use the radio.
I mean, how else am I going to get my most trusted news? I mean,
Why? There's all of television. You could turn on the TV, and it's not just news.
you know what I like about radio is that you can hear in their voice whether or not they're being honest, and that's what I like about radio. With TV, I mean, you've got a face, and it's just adding insult to injury. You know, it's a little bit too much double, hazards.
Right. Right. So you're saying a person that you can't see and you can't even look in their eyes and understand their soul. You're saying something like that has more trust than if you turn on the television and you're confronted with,
With this charade, if you ask me, I mean, you turn on the television, where have they been the past hour? It's just been a black screen.
What do you mean? Like,
No, I mean,
the
like,
television was off.
Yeah, the television was off, but where were the people?
What do you mean? The television was off, you turn it on and the people come.
You know what I like
It's
about
all
the
there,
radio
it's
is
all
that I'm
programming.
never like, oh, where's the tiny people? It's like, oh no, I understand those waves are being like, they're being sent from a radio tower. But with people, it's just like, I think that's slavery.
So you don't understand the functionality of a television program, yet you understand the complexity
Oh, I
of
understand the
sound waves
functionality. The
traveling through-
functionality of a television program is to, raise awareness that nothing's happening. You know?
Raise awareness that, well, something is happening. I mean, you and I are talking together. We have a whole studio audience watching. There's no, I mean...
Like you lot know anything about what's really going on here.
I'll tell you what would be the situation if there was a television show and nothing was happening. Imagine if, let's say, someone, 50, 60, 70
Do you have
years old.
water or anything?
No. Imagine if someone 50, 60, 70 years old was sitting in their living room, inviting people over to their home and seating them down, and there's cameras all around, and the two people just talk to each other, and then they leave, right? I would consider something like that to actually be what you're talking about, where it's media promoting nothing.
I mean, that
But I
sounds
think
way
what-
more artistic than whatever you've got going on here, Johnny.
No, I think what we're doing here right now in front of a studio audience and promoted by the British Broadcasting Corporation is in fact actually something going on here. It's something that
What's
we're
going
doing.
on here? Okay, what do you
It's not a
think
promotion
is
of
going
nothing.
on
I'm
here?
promoting Memories from the Speed of Sound, a new album that everyone's going to be listening to.
Yeah, everyone's going to be listening to it.
It's going to be fantastic.
It's
and
gonna
we're
be
promoting,
great.
right? And we're not promoting nothing. We're promoting your music, right?
Sure.
But say if I was some guy just sitting in my living room and then I invited a random person over and we actually talked about nothing, then that itself would be promotion of nothing.
Like I said, I agree. I like that idea.
You like that idea.
I think it's great. I think art that inspires nothing is actually the most real art you can get.
Really?
I mean, do you not agree? I mean, listen, you invite a lad to your house and you say, hey, I want you to do my laundry or something, right?
Right.
And they come.
Right.
And then you've got a show. And they're like, what is this? And then you're like, welcome to the program. And then they're like, who's seen this? And you're like, I don't know.
You're saying as if I would invite someone and then it would trip them up right?
I mean, if you were there to do
like-
someone's
like they
laundry
were-
and then all of a sudden you got cameras, microphones, I mean, you got tables, chairs, and they're all facing a wall. I mean, who's going to sit and talk like this in a house?
So you're saying that something like that has artistic value to it, and something that we're doing here in front of a television studio audience is nothing? I'd say this is more valuable than that.
Oh, you would.
I would say that.
Let's show of
I'm
hands.
very
Let's
proud
see it. Can we
working
get
for
the house
BBC.
lights up? Can we get the house
Yes, get
lights
the house
up?
lights up.
How many of you think this is valuable? 1.
See? No. There's
2.
2, 3.
Where's the third one?
There's one right. There's one.
No,
right
you're
there.
counting the same person twice.
Oh,
2 people. Bring them down. You got 2 people who
You're
found this
making a
valuable.
mockery of the show. You're
mockery.
making a mockery of the show.
You're mocking yourself. You might as well be a bird, you damn fool. What? Say hey.
Hey, we ready to do this thing?
Austin Henry.
Follow me on Twitter!
How you doing?
Follow me on Twitter!
Am I holding this?
Yeah,
I'm holding this.
I mean, it kind of just fell out of my fingers into yours.
Your hands are awfully sweaty. The microphone's a little bit damp, but
Now, I need
we
to
can make
ask
this
you.
work. Yeah.
You shared an on-air kiss with Nick Corey.
Who?
With Nick Corey, the producer, long hair,
Yes.
Mustache.
Yes. Oh, actually.
unibrow,
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I remember that.
and good.
It was a kiss that will live on. It's one of those things that I've had night terrors about a few times. My wife's rather concerned, but you know, I've kissed a lot of dudes before, and very rarely do they stand out.
How does he rank?
Woo! Gay icon!
Yes,
Slay!
He's up.
Period.
I mean, as he might be number 1.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'll pass the word to him. That's
I
incredible.
ship you guys!
we're getting shipped.
Nostin forever! Nostin shippers, rise up!
Nostin on my ass.
You guys are too sweet. This is too much.
In all of history, I mean, if you look back, not a single person has been harmed by another person.
Do you want to play some music?
No.
You're a musician. You don't want to play music?
Do you want to interview someone?
I'd be interviewed.
All right, go do it. Do it right now.
I've
Interview
talked to you
someone.
for-
Interview one part. Interview me right now.
That's what I've done for the last 15, 20 minutes.
That long.
Well, I mean,
It really like drags.
what do you mean it drags? You've sat here and talked to me. The audience has been watching.
Sad.
cheering
I mean,
along.
you know, I'm parched. First of all, you got no water for your guests.
No, you don't need water.
You don't need water.
I don't need it.
You just drink constantly. You're fine.
I've never drank water in my life.
How do you
actually.
get H2O?
What do you mean? How do I get H2O?
How do you drink water?
I don't need it.
You don't need water.
I'm like a camel.
You're a camel.
Yes.
What? Tell me about this.
Right. You see, you need water to survive, right?
Yeah.
I get water through other sources, like I drink apple juice, and that's like,
I've become less
I
interested. I thought you were onto something, but
No,
it
I
sounds
go
like
to
you're just
pl-
drinking different.
I drink other liquids.
I thought you were
yes.
gonna get into some witchcraft or
Well,
something else.
I drink drinks. I don't drink water.
If you could live forever,
Yes.
would you?
Oh, you're interviewing me now.
Well, I figure someone should do it.
Right.
You're just talking about drinking apple juice and.
You know, Margaret Thatcher was just elected prime minister, and you're making a mockery of me on your show. This show we were supposed to unravel. We
My
were supposed-
show. This is your show.
Yes, it's my show, and we were supposed to
But, I mean,
unravel.
you're getting confused. You're whoop-de-doo. I mean, what are you saying?
We were supposed to unpack the situation. We have a country that's in ruin, or
All right,
going
let's
to be
talk
in
about the
ruin.
country. No one's stopping you from talking about a country. I mean, you want to talk about a
talking
country? Let's
about
do it.
England's future. We don't have a future.
England, that's a good country right there. Not.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If Margaret Thatcher is Prime Minister, we're in big trouble. Not only that, but Ireland is going to be in a tizzy, and then they're going to start causing problems with us.
Why is
and-
Ireland going to be in a tizzy?
What do you mean, why is Ireland going to be in a
They're
teaser?
not even like touching us,
We've essentially colonized them.
have we?
Yes.
Too bad. I don't really agree with that. But I gotta say, it's good that they haven't
But that's
killed
what we're
anybody.
talking about.
It's
That's what
good
we-
that they haven't killed a single person in doing so. You know, that's the good
Do you
thing.
understand that there's people there that are going to? They're going to kill. They're going to kill somebody.
Who? This is not, you're not
Maybe
getting.
Margaret Thatcher.
I mean, listen, no one actually cares about the other person. You know, everyone's just all talk, everyone's big talk. This Margaret Thatcher person. She's just a big talker. She doesn't care. You don't care. I don't care. I mean, they don't care. Even the people that think it's
I
valuable
care.
do not. No,
I
you
care.
fucking don't. You don't care. All right, you're gonna be doing this show in your fucking room for the next 30 years because
I'm not
frankly,
going to be
this
doing
is
it in my room. I'm
I
going to
mean,
be doing it in a live
am I right that
studio
this is
audience
going to
for the
get
rest
him
of my
fired?
life.
Am I right that he's... Yeah, you're done. I mean, this is a live program, you fucking idiot, and you've had me on. I mean, do you know that this is what I do? Have you done your
What do you
research?
mean? What do you mean this is what you do?
I go on programs. I told you, I hate television. I go on people's programs, and I'm in my feet. You know, people think I'm like this crunchy individual. No, I just want you to have bad ratings.
You make a mockery of me on my show.
Yeah.
I've never had someone do something so disastrous,
Okay.
so disgusting to me.
Okay, sure.
How dare you?
I'm sorry.
This
It's
is foolish.
funny.
Put your feet out. It's disgusting. It's in my shop too.
Is it?
It's nasty. Get it out of here. Get it out. Just get it out. Ugh.
Oh my God.
Horrific. Absolutely horrific.
So this is how you deal with it. You're not even going to try to save
I
your show. You're
don't
just
even-
accepting
well,
it.
You're ruining yourself.
I'm already ruined. I got no image that I care about. I mean, my family hasn't talked to me for years. If I went missing, no one would care.
You really believe that?
Well, no one cares if I live.
That's
What,
not
people should
true.
care all of a sudden because they're dead? If anything, you should care less.
No, you. You know what the problem is with you, Joey? Can I call you Joseph, by the way?
Sure.
Joseph! You know what my problem is with you? You don't know. You don't know when to call it. You don't know when to just stop it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
You don't know.
Nope.
Your lack of regard for your image, I find it quite disturbing.
Hey, listen, I'll give each of you £1,000 if you leave this show right now.
You're
If you
not
walk
going to-
out,
you
if you
can't
walk out
give
of
them
this show,
£1,000.
I
You
will
don't
give
have.
you. I believe.
You don't have that much money from your album record sales.
You don't think Memories from the Speed of Sound is already going to go platinum?
What do you mean?
It's promised to go platinum. I mean, I've got record deals
So you're
with
just going to give
everyone.
£1,000?
Look, there you go.
quid
There's
to
one.
everyone in this
Hey,
audience.
I'll catch you outside.
No way. You can't
2.
leave.
And those are the same people. That's the
You
same
can't
people who
leave.
find this valuable. See,
No.
they find multiple things valuable.
out.
Oh, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's a big group. That's a big
No.
group. They're all getting up.
You've taken the audience out.
No, you got. No, you're leaving. 1, 2, 3. Are you staying? What?
Stay, please.
Is 1,000 not enough?
Please.
What you want 2?
Don't give
all
him
right.
2,000.
Okay. That was your last person. We are in empty stage, live for all to see.